Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn. Get a little Truman. Also known as Dr. Unstuck. And actually, the boys and I are headed back down. That's the high meadow. They were just running, flying around that area right there just now. And yeah, so we have one more in us because we're talking about the whole codependency thing. And instead of what's wrong with you, just to do a reframe of what's happened to you. And then also, here's the expansion on that, is to realize no matter what's going on with you, no matter what, if it's codependency, if it's whatever struggles you're having, whatever labels are slapped onto the struggles you're having, that you're exactly where you are supposed to be right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's not like we're ever finished. The whole thing is a process. It's just we're all works in process. We're all works in progress. And hi, Truman, and that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if you're 2 months behind on your rent, whatever. And that is all going to change. It's all part of the whole path. And to take a deep breath, because we often get so caught up in measuring ourselves up against other people, especially with the advent of social media. And there is no straighter road to sad and maybe even depression. Now, the depression's obviously complicated, but I'm saying, okay, let's just say deep sadness, than to compare yourself to other people. Because you can find people on either side of you, and it's not good either direction to compare ourselves to other people. Because you're exactly where you are supposed to be. That other person did not have your life, did not have your parents, did not have where you grew up, the birth order you're in, the things you were born with genetically, maybe, the economic situation in your family. They don't have the same, they weren't dealt the same cards. They have their own cards. And the other thing is we don't really ever know what's going on with someone. They can look completely put together on the outside, also doing the best they can. Sometimes, there are people, like, let's just say with anxiety, there are people who are a little nervous and they have tough time getting out of the door to go to work or school or something like that. Then there's a whole middle. This is true in life in general, where people are really, really struggling, but they're doing it. They're getting up, they're getting dressed, they look like $1 million, they're going off and being professional, whatever, and they're exhausted holding that whole charade together. They're exhausted holding the whole charade together, but people on the outside looking in don't know that. Why? Because they don't say it. And so here we are comparing ourselves, against something we perceive to be true, which may or may not be true. And so the best thing to do is to realize you are exactly where you should be. You are enough no matter what